contexts. So you might not be able to, in one side, somebody may say that knowledge, this is knowledge for me, another person will say this is nothing to me. It's just information. It's just like putting a novel prize knowledge here. And the Nobel laureate will say that this research area, why they are giving him the award, is just something that occurred in the library and you found out. But to the whole world, it is profound. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. A person who is a master of the domain may not see it so much as different. He thinks it's something that is part of him. And a person who is the master of the domain sees that this is wow, this is something different. I need to be able to enter into that area and then they'll understand it better. So because we have the knowledge, and knowledge itself is very difficult to define. Who is defined? Who says this is knowledge? Who says this is not knowledge? We come to two types of knowledge. The one that is easy for us to describe and the one that is difficult for us to describe. The one that is easy for us to describe, we have codified, we have written it in papers, people are reading it. So to some extent, you have it as what I'm writing here. That one we call them as explicit knowledge. Explicit knowledge is very easy for you to identify. It's codified. When you go to organizations, explicit knowledge may exist as organizational rules and regulations that may be in a document. However, when you take the other leaf, you have also got tacit knowledge. Tacit knowledge is very difficult to explain because it's part of you, it's part of your intuition, and it's very difficult because no matter how you want to explain it, you have to use metaphors to explain to somebody. Because sometimes you yourself, you don't know it exists there. You just call it from memory and use it to do it. One example is riding a bicycle. If I'm teaching you how to ride a bicycle, and I put you on a bike, one of the challenges that you have is you have to find a way of balancing yourself. I can teach you how to pedal. I can tell you that when you click on this, it will break. It will give you a very complex. Or when you do what a back brake is. Now I can teach you how to move on a gutter line so that you don't fall in the gutter and you can keep on a straight road, on a straight line. I can teach you all the skills, how to raise the back tire. But how to balance yourself and move on and ride for a long journey without putting your legs down, it has to come through something of intuition, through practice. You will read, you will watch the video, but still when you sit on it, you have to be able to translate what you really read on, what you have read and what you have seen on the video back into what you have to do. So there is a part of knowledge that we can see, we can identify, we can be sharing. There's the other part of knowledge that cannot be shared and that can become part of the person. So when we talk about managing knowledge, it's not just about recapturing what can be shared. It's about also enabling people, putting processes that enable others who have got tacit knowledge to share their tacit knowledge and make it accessible for others to learn from it. And that is where the difficulty is with many organizations. How do you create the processes and the mechanisms or structures that make people share their tacit knowledge or others learn of others' tacit knowledge? I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. With one you can capture, with the other one you cannot capture. Now, though we mentioned tacit and explicit knowledge, you have to also understand who is the one calling the tacit, who is the one calling it explicit. So, looking at the person involved, you can have individual knowledge and collective knowledge. Individual knowledge and collective knowledge. Now, individual knowledge and collective knowledge. Someone can ask you a question. Is collective knowledge the sum of individual knowledge in organizations? Is collective knowledge the sum of individual knowledge? Like you are here. If I sum your knowledge, sum your knowledge, sum your knowledge, will I get the total knowledge that is all the people? No. Why? Is it?
Collective knowledge will actually be bigger than the individual knowledge.
Why?
Going by the principle of synergy.
What's the principle of synergy?
It means that when two or more people come together to do something, the output is greater than the individual contribution.
And so, how does it explain in terms of knowledge? Yeah, the context card. Can someone help him? He's saying that how many agree with what he's saying? That the sum of
what he said. You know what he said for starters.
Okay. He said that it's a estimation. Okay. Well, I asked the question, what's the difference between individual and collective knowledge? And that is individual knowledge